Hi guys, welcome back to Carl W Design, where we make stuff in Blender. It's all improvised, it's very funny. Okay, so here is another animated GIF from Dave Whyte, Bees and Bombs, and we're going to try to remake this in Blender. So basically it is a circle cut into 6 sectors, and each time when a sector comes away from the middle, the two sides which were flat, one of them changes to curved and goes to the outside, and the curved side that was on the outside changes to flat and then slots in. Pretty clever little mind-bending illusion, and I think this one's really cool, so let's have a go at making it. Okay, so let's go into, this is Blender 2.79 because I had a quick go at this in 2.8 and there seems to be a bug with shape keys, which we're going to need to use later. So we'll just use 2.79. I've gotten very used to 2.8 now, but anyway, I'll readjust to 2.79. Okay, let's make a new mesh. We can make a circle. And I'm going to bring up the settings here. I want this to be 300 vertices because it will be divisible by 6. So 50 vertices per sector. And we're going to use triangle fan. And so if we go into wireframe mode, or if we go into edit mode, then you can see what it's done. And if I select vertices, you can see. So I'm going to go to the top view. And if I select that middle vertice, then we want, or actually even easier, let's go to edge selection and I want 50. So you can see up the top, I don't want that one. Okay, so 50 faces. And yep, that's perfect. So P separates selection, and then I'm actually going to delete all the rest. So we just have this for now. So back in edit mode, you can see what we've got. So just 50 sectors like that to form one big sector. Okay, I'm going to go into vertice selection mode, select that one, and then just J to fire a quick edge across there. And then in face selection mode, I want to grab all those. And with C for circle select. And then I'll just get all those last ones like that. And this I will separate as well. And so now we have that piece and this piece. And that's good. Now what we need is, in the end we're going to actually connect it back up. But we want to use this piece on the other two sides as well. So we can start by Shift D. And if I'm holding Control, it'll snap like that. And then if I push full stop and go to the 3D cursor as our pivot, so right in the middle will be our pivot, and then I'm just going to rotate that around, and then that's one. Now the next one is more complicated. What I'll do is Shift D again and bring it down there, then R and bring it up there, and now we need to, you can imagine like flipping it over. And so the way we'll do that is if I go into edit mode, I'm going to Alt and select. So Alt right click will select that entire edge, and then a little keyboard shortcut that's useful, Control Alt spacebar, and you can see what it did down here. It made a new transform orientation. It's called vertex, which that doesn't make any sense because it's an edge one, but anyway, doesn't matter. So back into object mode. And we have our pivot still set to the 3D cursor. If I rotate, I think it'll be Y, no X, X. Okay, so this transform didn't work. Let's do something different. I'm going to grab from the top view, I will grab the middle edge. That should be it, just from eyeballing it, that looks like it. We'll say it is. And then Control Alt Space. Okay, what happened last time was I think it was on vertex mode. So if I just do this, no, that's calling it a vertex selection. Okay, so we'll try this edge one, and then rotate XX. Yes. Okay, I'm not sure why it wouldn't work with that one, but anyway, rotate XX 180. That will do it. Okay, and that's put the normal around the wrong way. So if I select all, Control N, it's not going to work. Okay, here's a little trick. You can E and drag up to extrude. And no, that didn't want to work either. So E and drag down to extrude. And then if I select grow the selection by 1 and then delete faces, that'll fix it. Okay, this has been a lot of trouble for these 3, but anyway, we're looking good. So if I select all now, these 4, and Control J will join them up. I'm going to go into edit mode, select all, and if I'm on vertices selection mode, W, and remove doubles, there we go, remove 55, so it's joined it all up again neatly. Okay, so what do we need to do now? We need to make it so that these things can be flat when we want them to be flat. So we need a bunch of shape keys. So there's our basis. There's 1, 2, 3. Now this one we'll call top right, and then this one like bottom right, and then this one will be left. Okay, so from the top view, that's top right, that's bottom right, that's left. Okay, so top right, and we need to flatten it all out. So I'm going to select this vertex or vertex, and I've got a keyboard shortcut which is 6 to put the 3D cursor on it, but otherwise it's Shift S and cursor to selected. And then we need to have a transform orientation that runs along this edge. So hopefully this will work. Doesn't look like it's working. It's making a vertex one. We'll see how we go. So let's select all of that. Like that. Get rid of those ones. And I will get rid of that one. Just double check. Yeah, we're good. And then SXX. Yeah, that's good. SYY. There we go. 0, enter. And so now we have a shape key which can flatten that out. Okay. We're going to do the same thing. So bottom right, I'm going to deselect everything. I have not gotten used to all the different selection, like visibility modes in 2.79 actually, because I've been using 2.8 so much. But anyway, Z for wireframe, and then I will grab all of these. Let's go in and get this one and get these ones. Okay, we need, actually I will just quickly save that as a vertex group so I don't have to do it again. So actually I need to select this edge. It's going to grab the whole thing. I'll just get rid of these. Okay, there we go, that edge, and then Control Alt Spacebar will make an edge transform orientation, and then I will grab these again, there you go, and using this new transform we can SXX 0, perfect. Okay, so that is our bottom right, can now be flat when we want it to be. Okay. And I'll just turn this one off. And one more, the left one. This one's easier. We can just, I'm going to deselect everything and select all these. Let's go in and get the last 2, and up here, one more. And now this one we can just, okay, let's do this again. A new vertex group assign so I can deselect and get it back easier later. So I want the 3D cursor there on that one, and now we will grab that back again, and then SX0. So we don't need a transform orientation for that one because it's literally on the x-axis anyway. Okay, so now we have the left, the bottom right, and the top right. Okay, good. We are looking good. So let's have a quick look at the original. So that one at the top, which that should be the one, this one here should be the one we're kind of working on. It goes out a distance, it turns 120, a third of a circle, and then the shape keys will need to swap over, and then it comes back in. Okay, so we're just going to animate this thing once, and then I'm going to duplicate it 5 times and we'll be finished. So, okay, the top right should be good, the bottom right should be flat, and the left should be flat, just like that. Let's make some keyframes on those. So that is the bottom right. Yes, we want a keyframe. Okay, let's make a keyframe for this thing on the location and rotation. Location, rotation keyframe. What sort of timing do we think? Maybe like 2 seconds for the whole thing. So I'm going to go to frame 59, one more across, and we need actually a transform that is perfectly down the center like that. So let's go in. We grab all of these, then actually it's going to be a lot better to work in the basis. Let's go to the basis. Okay, so we have all those polygons selected in the middle, and so it tells me we've got 50 faces selected, 51, it should be, okay, let's do edges, so like this. And this one, and this one, so we have 53 edges, so the middle one should be like the 27th or something. I can't be bothered. I'm just going to eyeball it. I think that's it there, the very middle. It's either that or the next to it. Who cares? Alright, that'll do. So Control-Alt-Space, and we have a new transform orientation. So back into object mode, and we can move along, yeah, along like that. That looks good to me. So I'll probably move it about 2 meters. That's too much. I will move it, let's just go say 1.3, something like that. This new transform orientation I made, and it can go out by like 1.5 meters. Okay, and then I want to rotate it by 120, and I'm going to set a location and rotation keyframe, and then we will go forward another 30 frames, and it's going to move back on that YY 1.5, so that'll put it back to the start, and it will rotate another 120. And a lock rut there, and so now we have this thing coming out, spinning, and coming back in. Okay, perfect. Now we just need to change these these shape keys over, so let's do that. I'll start by making a keyframe at 0 for all of them. And the third one, insert keyframe. Okay, so when we get to 29, this one is what? That is, okay, so that one should come out. Bottom right one should stay. Nothing happens to it. And the top right one should go like that. Okay, so... Ooh, this is a problem. Do you know what I did? I rotated an extra 120 that was not necessary. So we shall get rid of the rotation keyframes and redo them. So for that, I'll go into Graph Editor, and under Location Rotation, I'm going to select these 3 rotation ones, and if I push what is the key to hide everything else? Shift H. Okay, and then that should just give me rotation ones, and I will delete them. Okay, so now there's no rotation. Good. So back to 0, and at 29 we want to, actually just by 59 we want to rotate 120. So at 0 I'm going to give rotation keyframe, and then at 59 rotate 120 and insert rotation. Okay, I think we have it. So it comes out, goes back in. We've got something weird going on with the shape keys. So in the beginning, this top right one should be like that, and this, no, it shouldn't. Why is that the top right one? Something funny with the rotation now. Okay, I've got them all mixed up, but okay, that one's fine. So now it's called the left apparently, but whatever. So replace keyframe, and then it comes out, and so nothing actually changes with the shape keys. So it's like 110 and still 110, okay? And there's this keyframe here which is unnecessary. So what I'm going to do is actually just delete it all. Select these 3. So actually Alt-H unhides everything. Select these 3. Shift-H will only show them, and then I'll delete them. Okay, so at the beginning, I think they're all muddled up now. They are. The naming is all wrong, so I'm going to call this one bottom. We won't say bottom right because it is going to be a double name. So then bottom right is actually the left. So I'll just say L, and then left must be the top right. Yeah, because I've rotated things around, I stuffed up. So that is top right. Okay, whatever. So let's put everything back the way it should be. That's like that. That should be on fully. That should be off fully. Okay, start again. So we shall set a keyframe. Can I select both? I can't. Do them one at a time. Keyframe, 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 and then good. Okay, so by 59 we want this one to be flat. Good. Insert keyframe. We want this one to be round. Insert keyframe, and we want this one's fine. Okay, good. And I believe we are done. So it comes out, the curve and flatness changes, and it goes back in. Okay, nearly done. So if I grab this thing and I push Ctrl G, that should make it grouped. I forget where groups are under this stuff. Under here, groups, and it's in a group. Good. And then we should be able to add a group instance of group, and then we can just rotate that around by like 60 or something, and we can do that again a few times. Now they will all animate at the same time if we do this method. If you want to put an offset like in the original, then you will need to manually animate everything. As far as I can tell, there's not a better way to do this. Apparently an old version of Blender used to have a system where you could offset the animation of a group, but I cannot find that anywhere in this. So anyway, just to finish up, I will make another group instance, rotate like that, 3 more, so I'll do this one like that, 2 more. I'm holding down control so it snaps to perfect rotation amount, and this one will be like that. And then I guess we can go to rendered, and okay, I forgot, I've done a whole lot of stuff with my 279. I can't even tell you what everything is, but let's just put in a background. So I'm going to make it plain, and I'll move it down a little bit. It will be scaled way up like that. I'm going to delete this thing. The background I will give a material of black, and then all the groups I will give a material, okay, I don't want the group, I want the original, and he can have white. And then this world, I would rather just disconnect. Okay, so we're not using that HDRI. And then theoretically I can go to rendered mode like that. I forget how to turn off 3D cursor, I'll just move it out the way. And actually we'll go to default view, we'll do that. And then you can see everything spins around and goes back in. Okay. And I've got some horrible color management. No, we're on default. And okay, it's just the material is not set to proper black. So let's fix that. That'll be under here. There we go, proper black. Okay, so that's about it. Now there should be a way to actually make this thing be offset. So each one is a little bit offset from the next. But hopefully in Blender 2.8 when it comes out. So it is the 27th of November now, and hopefully the beta should be out. Apparently it's meant to be out in November, but we'll see what happens. So really looking forward to all the new features and stuff in 2.8. Okay, thanks. I know this tutorial had quite a few little hiccups, but leave a comment, and I'm always open to any suggestions how you might have done this more efficiently, or any sort of tips you can give me. I'd be happy to receive. And thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, bye bye.